Greetings and salutations, and welcome back once again to Gettysburg. I am your host as always. Now, let's see what has happened. As always, we'll do the music because I do enjoy it. Now, the question is, what is he gonna do? I've taken Seminary Ridge. Hello, more Federals are arriving. And for the most part, our guns are just exchanging fire. He's obviously looking to put them up at the Bliss farm. And just more guns arriving. Hello, what did I just see? I think I saw Federal infantry. Which sort of gives me a choice. That is the question, isn't it? Yeah, I think there's Federals moving around here. So in this case, I don't know who they are. Speed it up a little bit. Yeah, we still see them advancing up the Emmetsburg Road. I think I'm actually going to, all things consider, launch the assault now. I wanted to wait for Rhodes, but given that more and more Federals are arriving, I just don't think I can afford to wait. I'll just have to have Rhodes and Early pick up from where Heath and Pender leave off. My biggest question, though, is who am I facing? Lose 3 men there. Alright. And with that, reinforcements have arrived and units have recovered fatigue. So, we'll kick it off with the guns. They'll zoom down the Chambersburg Pike. And General Lee has arrived. who is now also going to zoom down the pike. The sharpshooters, who are part of his headquarters, are going to follow up slowly, but he is going to run ahead with his cavalry escort down the pike. Now, without further ado, let's move you. Let's move you to there. Unless there's somewhere better. Let's go there. I don't think I can see much, but seeing anything is better than seeing nothing. Now, Rhodes is going to continue zooming down the road. And with him about, still probably a turn away at least. It will mean that he's going to be a little slow, but I will take it. He's going to be a little slow getting into position to assault, but he's certainly closer than Early is. And with that, you can move up and support him. Now, the 17th Virginia Cav. Is going to do their shtick and get into position up there. And in the meantime, my cavalry is just going to sort of be milling about for the most part. General Smith will arrive at Hunterstown. And Colonel Avery, and then the rest of Early will continue onwards. I think I'm actually very, quote, happy with the overall situation at the moment. But to ensure complete success, we are going to advance over Seminary Ridge and start exchanging gunfire with the defenders. Hello, who are you? Baxter? Okay, so this is First Corps. I will shimmy up Scales, I think. Not necessarily to attack just yet, but he will move up. This is Rowley, so this would be... Oh, God. I've totally forgotten my order of battle. Open fire on you. Advance. That's Solomon Meredith, so that is the 1st Division. That's old Wadsworth's division. Alright. These 4 guns will fire at them. And then these 4 guns will fire at them. These 4 guns will shoot at them. These 4 can shoot at them. And then these 4 will also shoot at them, actually, I think. And we knock out another gun. And with this, General Archer will move forward. Do I use Archer or do I use Davis? Davis is definitely a chunkier brigade. I'll use Archer, essentially. We'll look to get Archer worn out first. Better to have Archer's smaller brigade worn out before any of the bigger regiments. Alright. Leading this part of the line. Ooh. 56th Pennsylvania. Ow. This is Lysander Cutler's brigade. Shoot at them. Cross the stream. And likewise shoot at them. So it's now going to start to kick off quickly. In this case, I will use Brockenbauer's brigade to basically... I will bring him forward to basically guard the chunk of my line there and protect my artillery, more importantly. Brigadier General James J. Archer. I will move the Crenshaw Battery onto Seminary Ridge. I lose a gun for my trouble, but all in all, that's not at all surprising. Do I commit Thomas? I don't really want to, because I want him to be my reserve. But now that I see that they are vulnerable to being isolated, I will send Scales into the line. I've basically sent him to take that part of the line. Thomas, I think I will keep in reserve. In the meantime, however, the Rockbridge Artillery and the Richmond Johnson Virginia batteries will look to get onto the ridge and start supporting. And then the other two will stay in reserve with Hill. I'm not necessarily going to break his line, but it's certainly going to be under a lot of pressure. You will move up to ensure they're all supplied nicely. And then Heath will need to move up. So, I've lost, what, 263 men so far? To, what, 600 odd? Mostly cavalry. Sixth Wisconsin is fighting the 13th and 1st South Carolina. The one issue with this position of his is it's overextended. So while he has the advantage of the town, he's just overextended. There's gaps where I can just pour through with time. What else have we got? Davis is gonna shimmy up just behind the ridge. And Thomas, I think, these elements of Thomas are just gonna shimmy about behind the ridge for the most part. So again, with Rhodes about now more than happily within sight, he cannot possibly miss this. But between Rhodes, I'm going to basically send them there, I think. Early should be another hour away, maybe? Still, I'm actually fairly happy with this. I'm sort of wearing him out in places, because if nothing else, I've got fresh brigades I can throw forward. He doesn't really have that. He's got every brigade he has committed to trying to hold the line. Because if he doesn't, his line will collapse and I will swarm onto Cemetery Hill. Which is not a good thing. But it's clear that, well, we would have seen, he would have seen the arrival of Rhodes. So he's launched the attack, sent a message to Hill, who's decided to launch the attack now that Rhodes has arrived, even though General Lee hasn't. So for now, I think that's that. So it's gonna get interesting quickly around here. My guns, as soon as I can, are gonna get onto the lower parts of Seminary Ridge and start counter-batterying. Because I need them doing, well, their shtick. And then with Garnett's battalion being Heath's guns, they will be zooming fairly quickly down the main road, down the pike. And if I have to, I'll take them off the pike temporarily to allow Lee through. General Longstreet arrives next turn. Nope. Not next turn. He arrives in an hour. And then an hour after that, Anderson arrives. So, I'm fairly happy. Can the Federals hold, however? That's the question. So that's Rowley. Third Indiana Cavalry. 12th Massachusetts. 83rd New York. 88th Pennsylvania. 56th Pennsylvania and 95th New York. Still, let the pressure begin. I could get... yeah, you know what? Get Heath's wagon there. It can't be shot at by artillery, but it can still supply the boys about.
Come on, you valiant soldiers, a story I will tell about the bloody battle that was fought on Shiloh Hill.
These lot will actually turn, and the rock bridges. The rock bridges won't. I'll put the rock bridges there, and then the Richmond Johnson Virginia battery up there.
It was the 6th of April, just at the break of day.
I could then put the Hardaways there.
Were playing for us to march away. The horrors of that field.
For now, I think that will do.
For the wounded and
Let's see if there's any good melees I could do.
about the
14th South Carolina? Yeah. So I lost 29 men for 27. I will take that. 27 infantry, 29 infantry for 27 cavalry is a good exchange. So for now, I think we will push onwards. So what has he got? 500... 3 guns to 2. And... just say 500 cavalry and 200 infantry to my 300 infantry. I think that's a good exchange. And then Scales is basically going to guard my right flank. Rhodes is then going to take on my left flank and then join in the assault on the town. And then as soon as he arrives, Early is going to sort of take up position at Benner's Hill, essentially. Pretty much where he was historically. John B. Gordon with his Georgians. Hayes with his Louisianan and Hoke with his North Carolinians. And then Smith with his Virginians. Still, they will be needed if I am to secure at least a positive advantage on day one. But for now, I thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon. So until then, bye bye for now.